person your baby trusts most is not always the one they act the easiest with. Sometimes it's the one they smile at the deepest, cry for the loudest, melt into the fastest, and keep searching for before they even have words. That's the part a lot of people miss. Trust in a baby rarely looks logical from the outside. It looks physical, emotional, immediate. A look that lingers on your face, 2 arms reaching up, a cry the moment you leave, a body going soft when you come back, a little babble, and then a pause, as if they're waiting to see whether you'll answer. Harvard calls these back-and-forth moments serve and return. UNICEF describes the same basic principle. Babies signal, and when a caregiver responds, the relationship itself helps build the brain. Personally, I think a lot of parents confuse ease with trust. But babies often trust deepest where they feel safest being fully themselves. Here are the 10 things babies most often do with the person they trust the most. If you care about the hidden emotional logic behind your baby's behavior, subscribe to Baby Cues Decoded, where we decode the signals babies send long before they have words. Way 1. The smile that waits for your smile back. A baby's real smile is not just joy. It is often an invitation. Stay here with me. One of the sweetest things babies do with the person they trust most is this. They smile, then pause, as if they're waiting for your face to light up too. And that pause matters. Healthy Children explains that when you respond to your baby's smile quickly and warmly, your baby learns something much bigger than, "This is fun." They learn that they matter, that you can be trusted, and that their actions have an effect in the world. A lot of parents think the smile is the reward, but sometimes the smile is actually the question. Will this become shared? Way 2. The eyes that keep looking for your face. When your baby keeps looking for your face, they're not only checking where you are, they are checking whether connection is still alive. The CDC notes that by around 4 months, many babies will look at you, move, or make sounds to get or keep your attention. That matters because it tells us this is already relational behavior, not just visual curiosity. Your baby is not simply scanning the room. They are using your face like a point of contact, a reference, a signal that the connection is still there. Adults often think babies look for faces because faces are interesting, but often babies look for faces because relationships are organizing. Your face is not just something your baby sees, it is one of the places they orient. Way 3. Reaching to be picked up. When a baby reaches to be picked up, they are not only asking for arms, they are asking to be gathered back in. Sometimes it looks small. The arms lift, the body leans, the torso turns toward you before the hands even fully reach. But those moments are rarely random. Healthy Children says babies give parents some of the most important information there is: how they like to be treated, talked to, held, and comforted. So when your baby reaches for you, that movement is often deeply specific. It is not just pick me up. It is hold me in the way my body already knows means safety. Some babies ask for love most clearly through the body, not the face. And I think parents feel that instinctively, even before they can explain it. Way 4. Crying when you leave, softening when you return. Sometimes a baby asks for love most clearly when you leave, because protest is often the body's way of saying, bring the bond back close. Healthy Children describe separation anxiety as completely normal and even as a beautiful sign of meaningful attachment. The CDC also notes that by around 9 months, many babies may be shy, clingy, or fearful around strangers. So when your baby protests your leaving, then softens the moment you return, that contrast is telling. It means your presence is not neutral to them. It changes their internal state. The baby who protests your leaving may not be the hardest baby. They may be the clearest baby. Because sometimes trust shows itself most honestly in the moment it fears losing contact. Way 5. Babbling back and waiting to be answered. When your baby babbles and waits, they are not only practicing sound, they are asking, "Will you answer me back?" The CDC says that by around 6 months, many babies begin taking turns making sounds with you. Harvard's work on serve and return explains why that matters. When a baby vocalizes and an adult responds, those back and forth exchanges help build the neural architecture for communication and social skills. UNICEF makes a similar point, encouraging caregivers to notice when babies cry, gesture, or babble, and respond with words, eye contact, or touch. A baby's pause after a babble is sometimes the earliest form of hope. It is not just noise, it is proto-conversation. It is your baby discovering that connection can echo back. Way 6. Asking you to help them reach the world. Sometimes a baby asks for love not by asking to be held, but by asking you to help them touch the world. Healthy Children explains that between about 4 and 7 months, babies become increasingly eager to reach out and touch what they see. And when they cannot get there on their own, they may demand help. What is beautiful is what often happens next. Once you help them, they turn back toward you, smiling, laughing, babbling, imitating. In other words, they are not just using you as a tool, they are pulling you into the experience. Love is not always hold me tighter. Sometimes love is help me go farther. And personally, I think that is one of the most moving forms of trust there is. Way 7. Melting into your comfort after distress. When a baby melts in your arms after distress, that is not only relief. It is one of the clearest ways a baby says, "Your love still works on me." You can see it happen in real time. The crying is sharp, the body is stiff, the shoulders are tight. And then, slowly, something changes. The breathing drops, the grip softens, the whole body releases. UNICEF explains that when babies cry, gesture, or babble, and a caregiver responds with eye contact, words, or a hug, those responses help build connection and support brain development. 0 to 3 makes a similar point. Responsive care helps build healthy development and secure attachment. Some babies do not say, "I trust you," with joy first. They say it with surrender. Way 8. Using you as a secure base to explore. A deeply trusted person is not only the one a baby clings to, they are often the one a baby feels safe enough to leave and return to. This is one of the most beautiful contradictions in early attachment. A baby crawls away, checks back, returns for a second, then goes out again. That pattern matters. The American Academy of Pediatrics describes early relationships as biological necessities for lifelong growth and development. And 0 to 3 emphasizes that responsive, predictable care helps babies feel safe enough to explore and try new things. Sometimes trust looks like closeness. Sometimes it looks like confidence. Trust is what makes distance tolerable, because the baby's body already expects the relationship to still be there when they come back. Way 9. Saving their biggest feelings for you. Sometimes the person a baby trusts most is not the one they are easiest with. It is the one they feel safe enough to be fullest with. This is the part many parents misunderstand. The biggest cries, the strongest protest, the most complete collapse at the end of a hard day. It can feel personal, even discouraging. But strong attachment does not always make babies quieter. Sometimes it makes them more emotionally honest. Healthy children describe separation anxiety as a normal sign of meaningful attachment. And 0 to 3 says, responsive caregiving helps babies feel seen, heard, understood, and cared for. So sometimes the child who unravels most fully with you is not showing that you failed. They are showing that you are safe enough to hold the truth of their state. Way 10, pulling you into their world on purpose. One of the deepest trust behaviors is this. Your baby stops only needing you for comfort and starts wanting you inside their experience. They look at something, then at you, then back at the thing again. It seems small, but it is not small. Healthy children defines joint attention as looking back and forth between an object or event and another person and connecting with that person. And it describes that skill as a building block for later social and communication development. To me, this is one of the richest forms of early trust. The highest form of early trust is not just help me feel better. It is come see what I see. Your baby is not only seeking comfort now, they are pulling you into shared reality. This does not mean every smile, every cry, every reach, or every babble is automatically a deep trust signal. Sometimes babies are hungry, overtired, overstimulated, uncomfortable, or simply doing what is developmentally typical for their age. These are not diagnoses. They are invitations to pay closer attention. The CDC is very clear that milestones are clues about development, not a diagnostic test, and that if a child is missing milestones, loses skills, or you have broader concerns, it is worth talking to your child's doctor. In other words, this video is about noticing patterns, not trying to force meaning into every single moment. The more clearly you answer these bids for connection, the more your baby learns that love is not only felt, it is dependable. So what should parents do more of? Slow down enough to notice. Answer the smile. Answer the babble. Pick up the reach. Respect the protest. Become warm, readable, and dependable. UNICEF encourages caregivers to notice what babies do and respond when they cry, gesture, or babble with a hug, eye contact, or words. Healthy Children makes a similar point. When you respond warmly to your baby's cues, your baby learns that they matter. Personally, I think that is what trust becomes in infancy, not perfection, just repeated proof that connection will answer back. So the next time your baby smiles at you, reaches for you, cries when you leave, softens when you return, or babbles as if waiting for your answer, don't dismiss it as random baby behavior. Long before babies can say, "Love me," they already know how to ask. And if you want more videos that decode the emotional logic behind everyday baby behavior, subscribe to Baby Cues Decoded, because sometimes the smallest things your baby does are the clearest things they mean.